Good afternoon. This is the news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I am Anoluakpo Ido. President Bola Tinubu has urged Nigerians to work together to place the country on the same level as other nations around the world. In his Independence Day address, he said that his administration took the bold step of ending fuel subsidies and multiple foreign exchange rates to reset Nigeria on the path of sustainable growth and inclusive development.
From them. In 65 years since our independence, we have made tremendous progress in economic growth, social cohesion, and physical development. Our economy has experienced significant growth.
Tinubu stated that he admitted that his government's reforms, such as the removal of fuel subsidy, had caused hardship, but explained that the move was necessary to avoid an economic collapse. As Nigeria marks its 65th independence anniversary, it is a milestone that calls for reflection. 6.5 decades after gaining freedom from colonial rule, the nation stands at a crossroads between the prospect of greatness and the burdens of retrogression. Our correspondent, Aina Grace, takes a look at the journey so far.
On October 1st, 1960, Nigeria raised its green and white flag to the world, symbolizing the dawn of self-rule, unity, and promise of prosperity. Rich in human and natural resources and blessed with diverse cultures, Nigeria was once hailed as the giant of Africa, carrying high expectations from its citizens and the global community. However, 65 years later, the story is one of mixed fortunes. On one hand, Nigeria boasts Africa's largest economy, a vibrant youthful population, resilient entrepreneurs, and a rapidly growing creative industry that has put the country on the global map in music, film, and technology. Yet, the nation has also faced significant setbacks.
Celebrate it because through the bitter tears, dark clouds, the rumors of war, and even war itself, we've managed to keep as one. And so that itself is what an achievement is. I mean, to say to ourselves that, have we been where we're supposed to be? No. But do we think we can get there? Yes.
IMF. They came to advise Babangida to what? To devalue our naira. That was too strong. That was 1986. In 1982, 83, even 84, naira and dollar, they were at par. Initially, the naira was stronger than the dollars. We were at par with the pound sterling. How do we now depreciate to this level of $1 to 1.6? You become depressed. What is our problem?
But Nigeria is full of intellectual people who are ready to challenge the government, anybody in authority at any point in time. So this bring them into the toe. This help keep them on their toes to be able to do better things for Nigeria. So that is why I will tell you Nigeria is progressing.
Experts insist that the nation's prospect lies in its people if leaders can harness the energy of the youth, commit to good governance, and ensure accountability. There is hope for a brighter future.
Nigeria must be addressed squarely. We cannot afford to find ourselves at 70 and things are just at lull like this. We have nothing to celebrate. We need to go into a state of sobriety, to go back to the drawing table and do the needful on how best to reshape the future of Nigeria to a better.
You know that Nigeria is doing great. Let's imagine what the diaspora is bringing to Nigeria economies. We are talking about trillions of dollars. And we are not saying it is moving. It might be slow. We are not doing optimally well, but at the end of the day, we are moving.
You see, if they were going to learn the lesson, they will not then be behaving this way. We will not have governors collecting monies and then just embarrassing everybody up and down. We will not have senators who don't do one community project. One.
As Nigerian turns 65, citizens are hopeful yet cautious. This anniversary is not just a celebration of age, but also a call to action to reclaim the nation's promise, bridge the gaps of retrogression, and build a future where the dreams of 1960 can finally be realized. Aino Grace, Dominion News.
And away from that, the federal government has said that the Dangote Group will redeploy staff earlier disengaged from its refinery operations following the resolution of its dispute with the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Mohammed Maigari Dingyadi, confirmed this in a statement issued in Abuja. The federal government also announced that the redeployed staff will not suffer any loss or pay due to the redeployment. Meanwhile, the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, PENGASSAN, has reached an agreement to suspend 2 days of strike action against Dangote Refinery. This comes as the oil company agreed to recall its workers dismissed for belonging to PENGASSAN. The decision came after a 2-day meeting between the federal government, PENGASSAN, and Dangote Refinery. And former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has called on Nigerians to actively participate in the ongoing Continuous Voter Registration Exercise, CVR, conducted by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, stressing that civic participation is the foundation of democracy. Atiku made this appeal during a courtesy visit to the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Ladoja, at his palace in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, congratulating the monarch on his ascension to the throne, describing the Olubadan as a symbol of peace and unity.
We want to thank God for sparing our life to witness this moment, the ascension, the position of Olubadan. We pray we'll have long life of reign, and under your reign, Ibadan will continue to grow more prosperous, more peaceful, and may God grant your heart desires.
The Olubadan, in his response, thanked the delegation for the visit and extended his blessings and prayers for a united and peaceful Nigeria.
I was in release and said I was in confinement. That the family confined us before the day of it. So I was not supposed to say, oh, that's what we are not going to do. So the remainder of my life friends to serve and people. The people, Oyo State people, Nigerian people, Africa.
The visit was part of a high-level delegation that included former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai, former Senate President Dr. Iyorchia Ayu, and former Cross River State Governor Leo Imoke. A waste management expert in Ibadan, Ajiboye Oluwatobi, has called on residents of the city to take individual responsibility for environmental sanitation, stressing that clean surroundings begin with personal commitment. In an interview with Dominion News, Oluwatobi decried the indiscriminate dumping of refuse, especially into drainage systems, describing the act as illegal, harmful, and avoidable. He stated that most cases of blocked drainage in the city result from careless waste disposal by members of the public.
It is important that we know that aliens do not drop this waste, alien floods and everything, and we're always complaining the government is not doing well. But when you check your gutters, you will find out that it is the waste that you and I drop that clog these gutters.
Oluwatobi, however, urged the public to adopt better waste management habits and view environmental sanitation as a shared civic duty necessary for public health and sustainable urban living. And on the foreign scene, the Democratic Union of Builders, a party launched by President Brice Oligui Nguema, is leading in the first round of legislative elections, winning 55 out of 145 seats in the National Assembly. This marks the country's first legislative vote since a 2023 military coup. A second round is set for October 11th, where 77 undecided constituencies will determine the final makeup of parliament. The United States government has shut down after senators failed to agree on a last-minute funding bill. The shutdown comes hours after the Republican-controlled Senate failed to pass a government spending bill. Ahead of the government shutdown, President Trump had suggested that vast numbers of people could be laid off and that the layoffs would be irreversible. And talking sports, Ghana's Black Starlets have advanced to the final of the WAFU B Zone Under-17 Championship after defeating the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria 2-0 in the semi-finals. The victory also means Ghana has secured qualification for the 2026 Under-17 AFCON in Morocco. To reach the last four of the regional competition, the Golden Eaglets topped their group, which included the Benin Republic and Burkina Faso. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast, and next, Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I am Anoluwapo Ido. Thank you for watching.